Hey guys, back from the Philippines. I'm going to give you a quick video of what did and what didn't work for me for my trip. So probably coming up first, this is the Dr. Na SHAPL bag. It's a backpack, so I've carried most of my electronics in this bag. It's one I got off of Indiegogo. It came with the backpack and a carry-on and checked luggage, and so this is has pretty much everything in here. What I mainly took it for is that it's got a built-in USB port on the back, and it has in here a little super compartment where I put inside my RAVPower. I think this is 2700 milliamp hour power pack. Yep, 26,800 milliamp hour. It's got USB-C power delivery, so I pretty much use it to top up my Pixel. I actually didn't use it at all. I'll show you another battery pack that I primarily use. But in this, had to put my boarding passes in here. Had a separate lock. I'll show you what's sort of inside, and it's probably a little messy because I didn't get a chance to unpack after I got back from the Philippines. So more global entry. So that interview, I completed that because they have a backlog since the last government shutdown. But not going to talk too much about that. Included in here is my Samsung Galaxy Watch active charger. I used this twice, I believe. So I put it in power saving and airplane mode, and I was pretty much able to get 7 days out of it. But normally I'm only able to get 2 days out of it if I don't put it on a charger. Have my Nintendo Switch. I used this twice, I believe, during the whole trip. I tried on the plane, and I got a little motion stick playing Mortal Kombat 11, so I stopped and I pretty much just played it one time after that, and that was pretty much it. So I didn't get much use out of it. I brought with me an extra switch charge battery. It's like a little case in the external battery pack for the Nintendo Switch. I didn't even actually use this at all, so that was kind of pointless. I brought my Kindle. I think this is a Fire 7. I actually used this when I had in airport gates. I watched, I think, Sneaky Pete, a couple other Sneaky Pete, and I think Book Club, and a couple other movies on here. Download it before I left, so definitely do that. Also here, this is a great little tool to carry. So on here, this is Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. On here I have a Raspbian distro, and I have VPN and an access point, wireless access point on here. So I can use this, a little secret, is that you can put OpenVPN on here, and you can use this, you can connect it when you're in hotels if you have a Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi. It's got two little Wi-Fi dongles in here, one for connecting to, let's say, the hotel's access point, and then another for access point for you can connect things like your Switch and your Kindle, and you can just have one connection for hotel Wi-Fi, and you're only paying for one. So multiple in here and just a single connection out. So a little tip. So I have a bunch of cable ties here from Amazon. So this is another Kickstarter, which I absolutely love. This is a CardTech CA Pro 4. So this little puppy is a travel adapter, and it pretty much has all of your charging adapters for pretty much most of the regions in the world. In the Philippines, they have a combination of the standard, I think, US charger, I can't remember the actual types, and they also had the think this is the British charger. I think Britain controlled them for like a couple of years, like 2 years or so. But they have a combination of this, and they have a combination of the US charger there, but they're on 240 volt, 220 volts, 240 volts. I'll correct myself in just a second. But this thing worked great. So I pretty much, so on here, it's got, on the bottom, it's got USB-C power delivery. I think this one gets you 45 watts power delivery. And this next one, this next USB-A port, this one I believe will give you maybe 7.5 watts, but I think each one individually will give you 5 each, so a total of 15. 15 here and 45 watts. And it also has an AC plug here, so you can just plug in. I don't have anything to plug in here. You can have, you know, curling irons or something. I don't even know. I plugged in. I think I plugged in my another battery pack, which I'll show you in just a second. But this got me pretty much through my whole trip. I used this and another one, I actually just left at my Airbnb, so someone else to use, and I'll post some information on that. But that was another one. I hated it. It didn't do power delivery. Actually, I don't even think the USB-C even worked at all, because I plugged in my Pixel, and that's the phone that I use. I mean, it didn't even work. So, and I woke up and I was at 32% battery. So here's some sunglasses that I got off of Woot. This is like some funky jam. So these are folding sunglasses. So they come in this nice little case here. They're pretty much like copies of the Ray-Ban Wayfarers. I'm not buying any more of those. So I'm only spending like, they fold. So they have a little folding mechanism. So you fold them in half, like this. Hopefully I won't break them. They're made out of plastic, so they're not made out of metal. So you fold them here at the nose, and then you fold them at the actual handles, and then you fold them at the actual ear. And so here you go there. And they're made out of plastic, but I'm not buying any more Ray-Bans for me to get stolen or for me to break. So I think these were, $17. Came in handy. Actually, I had another pair of sunglasses I brought that actually cracked in my bag. It was actually harder plastic, but it's not. So here's another one of the Card Tech little gadgets that I brought with me. So this is just it's a extension USB-C cable that came along with the Card Tech device. So there's like 3 things. So it's a CA Pro 4, the travel adapter, and then it's just this little extension USB-C cable that winds on this card, the little card thing here. So it's like credit card size. So I'll put this back on later. And here is another. So this is a RAVPower 60 watt USB-C wall charger. And so actually, let's see, I don't even know. I may have lost the actual AC cable for that. But this is what I use in my Airbnb. There was actually a US little plug, and I just plugged the AC charger in there. And hopefully I didn't leave that in the wall in the Philippines. But anyhow, this RAVPower. So I think this one port here, it may give you, I can't even remember now, but I think one of these ports, I think this is another one that gives you 45 watt power delivery, and then I think 60 split over these. But I'll put a little card up to tell you what it actually is. So I use that for charging my GoPro and another camera, and actually my Razer laptop. Let's see what else do I have in here. So here's another. So these are Air Deck. So these are some little travel playing cards. I didn't even open them. Didn't even use it on a plane. I pretty much watched like 17 hours of of movies on the Delta Entertainment System. So thanks, Delta. So here's some more stuff. So this is a little LTE dongle. So in the event that it didn't have any service, or whether on my Pixel 3, the Project 5 pretty much had service everywhere. So this is a little LTE dongle with the actually Project 5 SIM in here. It works on pretty much all operating systems. Did not work on Windows 10, and that was one of the laptops that I had. So I didn't take my Mac. I took my Razer Stealth, and I took my Pixelbook. So bad decision for both, and I'll explain later. Is that my video editing software stopped working because I had a Windows driver update, and I think OpenGL stopped working or something. It's crazy, but it's a new way that Intel drivers are being completely screwed up with Windows drivers. So I think I used this once. So here's something else that's like falling apart in here. So these are extra watch straps for my Galaxy Watch Active. So here's the AC adapter for the RAVPower USB charger. Here's I think USB-C to USB-C. I think this is for my GoPro. I never even used this one. So on here was actually some USB cable or something. I don't know. There's another USB-C to USB-C cable. I think I used this once. Here is a bundle of a little I don't know, Velcro strip. So these are USB-A to, I think 2 of these are USB-A to USB-C, and then there's one USB-A to USB micro. No, there are 2 of each, so I use this a lot. So in here, which somehow came apart, it's a little Samsung USB dongle. It has USB-C on one side, and it has USB-A on the other. So it's all the 128 gigs lives inside of here. So if you pretty much just plug that in there, and so it just kind of looks more solid, but it's actually the tip of here actually contains USB-C here, and then USB-A, so you can push that back in there, and so it has both connections in the little cap here. Use it to back up my media. So actually, this is what was on the other little spool. This is just another little multi-cable. I can't remember what's the model, but it's another one, a USB-A to 30-pin Lightning, and it's not MFI, and another USB-C to USB-A to USB-C, and a USB micro B. Here's another USB-A to USB-C. It's from our GoPro. That one's branded, so I know which one that's for. On the other end of my watch strips. And so here's another. This is the third of the 3 Card Tech little things I got from Kickstarter. So this is the little Card Tech. I can't remember the name they call it. It's a KableCARD. So inside of here is that I can open it up, and you probably can't see. I'll give a little close up of here, but inside of here is a USB-C adapter, which has some little tips on here, and so I'll just kind of unwrap it. But inside of here you have a little SIM card ejector tool, USB-C to USB-A, has some other little SIM and micro SD card slots, a little LED light, and then there's some USB micro and Lightning on here, and you can unravel this and so you can plug the USB-C into a laptop or power bank, and you can charge other things on here. And also, if you fold this little end out here, this is also a little 5-watt wireless charger, so you can plug this into a power bank, and then you can lay your phone on here, but it has to be in this orientation where it can actually charge. So you can use it for like watching movies or videos on here. I'll try to give a brief little demo of what it actually uses, what it looks like and actually in use. But here are the tips on here, where this is you can plug this into the bottom, and this is the USB-C to USB micro tip right here. I never even used it, so the only thing I've ever actually plugged in here is a USB-C to USB-C. My iPhone's broken, so I don't have anything with lightning anymore. But that's pretty much, I carry this and I use it quite a bit. It works, but it's slow 5-watt charging, so it's not going to charge very rapidly, and you'll probably actually, if you're using it to like watch a video or something, you'll probably actually deplete the battery while you're actually watching. Here's a padlock I use for another bag, and then a bunch more cable ties. Okay, so inside of the bag here, there's another little folding. This bag here folds in half, and so this is the bulk of my electronics. So I'm going to throw this out of the way. So these are actually underwear and pajamas. Don't want to see that. So inside of here were some other sunglasses that broke. So this is a little felt case. And so here is the great pneumatic toiletry bag. So this is the perfect size. It literally just fits right here in my bag. So inside of here, so I pretty much I got to the bare necessities of what I needed to carry. So this is Dr. Tom's Mountain Spring deodorant. And this is aluminum free, no artificial fragrances or preservatives. So this is great. Wear it. So 10 swipes in multiple directions on your arm. It's great. So what I didn't have left in here is toothpaste and Dr. Bonner's toothpaste. So that fit in here, and it was also the Dr. Bonner's. It was the unscented Castile oil, I believe that's the thing, but I use that as for shampoo, conditioner, body wash. It was a single little container of that, and that got me through the whole trip. So, and over here, some contact solution, and this is perfect. Even though, of course, you see I'm black, I use this. This is some Equate, like Walmart brand. This is SPF 70, and it's for face and body. So it goes on sheer. It won't make you white or blue when you put it on. I put this on my whole body, head, ears, everywhere. And as you see, I'm a day back, and I did not get tanned. So this is like the first time ever. But this SPF 70 actually works. And so this is like one of the few sunscreens, and I know this isn't, I don't believe this is natural, but it works in the water for 80 minutes. So I wasn't in the water at the beach long enough to actually need to reapply it. So that worked. So here's some little, I think this is acetaminophen. This is from Target. 10 little tablets in here. Let's see how many I have left. I had a headache one day, and so I think I used 6 on my trip. So here's some other little Target hand sanitizer wipes. So I use this for the clearing off the tray table on the airplane. So definitely, as soon as I got on there, I tore the package open. I cleaned the armrest. I cleaned the little latch handle. Cleaned the entertainment screen with this. So just tear this open and clean that. I did it multiple times. It smelled a little bit, but I didn't get sick on the plane, so that's a first. I did get sick later, but I think it was from the food. So this is some Sawyer Picardin insect repellent. I thought this was something else, but this is excellent. It repels mosquitoes and ticks and flies. Actually, I used this. I used this when I was on a boat ride going to Pagsanjan Falls. So it works on Zika. This says it blocks Zika, but it all pretty much most flies and mosquitoes. And I put this. I just rubbed a little bit on my hands, and I actually put it on my bags and all of this to repel like any additional bugs. So I didn't want to carry anything on. So if I stayed in two Airbnbs and a hotel. A hotel. Sorry, my light's falling asleep. Hotel in El Nido. So I use this on myself and on my bags. So there's one little my legs are ashy, but one little spot I missed on my leg, and that's where a mosquito bit me. So but it pretty much works if you apply it. And so that's pretty much it here. Let's see what I have in here. Contacts. So you can pretty much get everything you need in here. This is perfect size. I tossed out some stuff and actually went for this is the smaller of the two pneumatic, and of course can't get everything back in here now, of the pneumatic toiletry bags. There's a bigger one, but this is the perfect size, and so this has a little hook latching system in here, so you can hang it up. And it's also I'd say you can use this for expansion, or if you have something, I think you can probably put like in a toothbrush, a wet toothbrush in here, so you can keep stuff dry on the inside. But that's where I keep the little hook, and that is what worked. So this is another thing that kind of sort of worked. Is another little O2 Cool cooling fan. So it was like 96 degrees and 86% humidity in Manila. But I used this as I was doing museum tours and walking around. It did not work on the beach, but this is a little battery powered fan. You might be able to hear it, but it worked somewhat to try to keep me cool in Manila, but it didn't do too much of a good job with that, because as you see I was like sweating most of the time. So here's another little charcoal face mask. So I use this a little bit, but it makes me look like a bandit. So I used another little neck, and I'll throw that in the video here. A little neck. I can't remember what you call the thing. So it looks like a little tunic or something. But I use this because people were sick in the airport. They're coughing. People were coughing everywhere. But this is great. It has a little charcoal filter on here. I think this is the last. I've used a lot of these when I'm biking in the spring, and I pretty much this is the last one. So what came in very handy is this little GoPro. It's a little handle, but it's like a handle and a little selfie stick all in the one. But also inside of the handle here, the grip handle, is a little tripod mount. So I didn't use it while I was there, but you can pretty much put this in selfie mode, and it will stand up by itself. And so if you have a little remote app or something, and so you can pretty much use this to hold up your GoPro. You can take photo and video here, and so you can use it as a extra hand as a selfie stick as well. But you undo that and you put it right back in the handle when you're done, and fold down here, and another fold down, and so that works. I didn't use the hat's clip or any of the other things. I pretty much just used the handle. And this is a little I think a seen on TV belt. This is like a comfort click belt. I think I got this either at Walmart, Target. It's where it comes in multiple sizes and you just cut it off, and it's a little click belt. So this will, if you leave it on, this will set off your metal detector at the airport, but it's pretty much you put it the size that you want and it stays put until you lift the pump handle. So I wore that a few days. So and this is the little mesh bag for the travel adapter that I left in Manila. Forgot to email my Airbnb host, and let her know I left that there. But this is a SteriPen, so when you're traveling in Southeast Asia and a couple other places, the water sanitation may not be the best, but this is a little SteriPen, and it's a UVC disinfectant. So I'm gonna try not to look at it, but you press the little button here, and it'll turn on, and then one click, and it's supposed to, when you put it on, I think it realizes it's not inserting in water. So you press it once and it'll do half a liter, and then you press it twice, it'll do 1 liter. But I think it's sensing that it's not water, but you stir it around, and then it'll give a little happy face when it's finished sterilizing. But it's not going to do it on video, and I'm not going to suffer you through that. And it has I was hoping that it would be that it'd be USB-C on here, but it's USB micro. And that's, of course, that's why I had those extra chargers. I didn't even use it because most of the places I was drinking non-iced water or bottled water. I did drink from a coconut once, but that was probably my only time I had something that was not filtered or bottled. This is another little first aid kit. This is I think the head strap for the GoPro. I never even used it. I've used the GoPro head strap like once in my life ever. So here's a little retractable HDMI, 4K HDMI cable. I used this once for connecting my laptop to the TV, my Airbnb. For some reason, I don't know, because it didn't have an external keyboard. I forgot about it. This Raspberry Pi also, it can kind of display Netflix or YouTube in a pinch. It connects to the TV. But for some reason it wasn't working, and that's because I didn't have an external keyboard and I didn't want a VNC into it. So I also carried my Fitbit Versa, which I absolutely hate because it doesn't track very well anymore now. I brought this little cable with me here. I used it once to charge the device back up. Here's my battery charger for my my Panasonic camera, which I didn't even use. I just used my phone. It's Pixel 3 and the GoPro. My Pixel 3 is actually it's taking better pictures than my point and shoot camera. So here's Cordura or whatever Sea to Summit day pack. So this is like a full backpack in this little compressed down bag with a carabiner on here. I took this just in case. Didn't even use it. So here's another didn't use. This is another little Kickstarter. This is a copper and brass and aluminum handle. So you can kind of use this as a carabiner. You can use it for carrying bags and things. And I primarily use it for opening doors because I'm a germaphobe. And this has some effect where it says that the copper that's in here, the metal, it produces some weird effect for little sterilized doors or whatever, or handles. Take it as you will, but I just use it primarily to open doors. And so you can use it for pulling down on handles, and you can kind of has a little ribbed grip in there where you can actually you can clamp it down and you can actually turn knobs. You can put in a little driver, and you can use it as a screwdriver. this little tip here, it's good for like cutting open boxes. I've used it all the time from Amazon boxes. It works great. So here's a little Costco glass case. This has my glasses in here that I rarely wear. I mean, primarily wear contacts, which I have in right now. Didn't need these, but I carry them just in case. This is a little wooden brush, so for my hair, even though it's a little bit longer now, but it's occasionally need to brush it. And then this is an IKEA duffel. So this is just an event that I got extra stuff and it couldn't fit in here or my carry-on. I had this extra duffel and would have used the lock there to use this as a check this and put in extra stuff, but I have enough room. Brush works fine. Not gonna put that on the floor or anything. This also has a little padded pocket for you to put a laptop in. So this is, I actually put my laptop in here. So when I went to El Nido, I had my laptop in here, toiletry bag, and extra clothes. And this is my air Swift ticket for El Nido. So, and this is the little RAVPower. This is a 45 watt power delivery. This is one of the and I'm messing it up, but I think gallium nitride. This is one of the new slim chargers. This is for USB-C, and this is the Pixelbook USB-C cable. But you can imagine the others are very, very bulky. It's like 4 or 5. Well, I would say 4, maybe 2 of these put together. This is what my stepdad got me for Christmas. So thanks. This is what I wanted for Christmas, and I got it. So you just give them a gift list, and they'll get you what you want. But this was pretty. As you see, I have a lot of RAVPower stuff. It works. But this was perfect, and it worked, and I used it. Inside and back, it's pretty much all of my receipts. I can go through those. So something that I also brought, I used when I was boating at Paxongeon Falls. I put my extra, this is another little, and I'll put a link below of what it was actually. This is a little belt that you put on. I put in my extra batteries and different things for my GoPro. And it's got a waterproof, so it's like a Ziploc bag. So you zip that, and these are very good zips. And so a little Velcro enclosure. So that worked great. Let's see what else is in here. So what didn't sort of work okay is that this is an Eddie Bauer passport case. So I used this going into the Philippines, but it's a little bulky, and it does fit a passport and your credit cards, and it's got a little money holder. You can keep change in here, but it's really bulky, and you can see it under clothes. So I swapped this out for another one, and I'll get to that in just a few seconds. And so here is a dry bag. I can't remember where I got it from. It's probably from Amazon, but it says Kapaka. It's a 15-liter dry bag. Used it when I went to the beach. When I used it at Paxongeon Falls for extra stuff. It works. Taking that all over the world with me. So here is another. This is a Gear Beast. This is another little, I guess, dry bag for your phone. I use this, and you can see it some of the videos where I filmed at Paxongeon Falls. I didn't use it for when I was at El Nido. My phone is a little bit, it's waterproof, I think. It hasn't got any problems. And then here's a little sleep mask I use. I think this is the Delta sleep mask that they give you on the plane. Here's another, I think this is PackSafe wallet. I didn't even use this one, and so I thought that this had a little neck strap, but it's not. I think it's for primarily around your waist. I mean around your wrist. But I didn't like it too much. So it's got a little pocket for money and for cards, but nothing for your passport. And it's only got a little band to hold together your money. And so I didn't really use that one. So forget it, that one. So here's another little IKEA bag. I did use this right here for putting in, I think, dirty clothes. So I used that. There's probably more stuff that I didn't use. So here is my GoPro, and here's another battery charger. Yes, I did use that once because my GoPro turned on in my bag somehow, and it recorded several hours of dark video. So here is another little retractable Ethernet cable. I did use that. That's what I use connect my Raspberry Pi to my host Kayla modem. Hopefully she's not watching. But it's available for use it for Wi-Fi for all my devices. So in this little bag is a couple of here, I'll take it out. So here is a USB-C power delivery on this side, and for your headphones, so I would plug my Pixel Buds, and this is the, I think these are the, no, not Pixel Buds, sorry, the Pixel headphones, and this is an extra pair that I have. You just plug that in here, so you can listen to music and you can charge your phone at the same time. So this is an extra pair that I purchased on the Google Play Store because I'm notorious for losing these around the world. So Pixel USB-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter, didn't need to use that. Here's USB-C-A to USB-C extender. This is the SHAPL, which everybody has. I've been using these for years. I didn't. If I would have known that I could have told people about these years ago, I would have. But it's just a USB-A. It's a little, how many? I don't know. But the early editions of these is USB-A. It had a 30 pin, like pretty much like the other one. 30 pin, but now it has USB-C, Lightning, USB micro A, and I think this is USB micro B. But I think I use this here. I think these are Delta earplugs. Some more 3.5 millimeter headphones, and now it looks like I look crazy because I have two of these. This is another 3.5 millimeter to USB, USB-C headphone adapter, and then this is another little Indiegogo in-charge adapter. This is USB. If you can put it on your keys. It's a magnet. It holds together. So USB-C. USB-C, it's a little tiny one. I've lost a couple of these. The one that it was a multi-cable, so it did Lightning as well as USB-C. And here's another, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it on here. This is, I think it's like a nano pin. So it's a little pin that sits on a keychain. I thought I would use it for customs forms, but I didn't need to because I didn't declare anything. But I put that little Ziploc bag. It was quick and easy to put everything in here. I didn't have any system or organization for this. So, inside of here are my Pixel Buds. So I thought I was going to need to use this for translation to Japanese, or either Tagalog or Filipino, as Google has it in the Translate app. But pretty much everybody speaks English now. I didn't have any problems with any translation. So inside of here are some extra batteries for my GoPro and for my point and shoot camera. And then here's another USB-C to USB-A extender. And I think that's it for this bag. Yes, nothing else. I've taken out my laptop. So more stuff that works. So this is probably what worked the most. So this is the alpaca air sling. So this little thing, I think that's another Indiegogo that I contributed to. So this is a little sling that fits around you. I use this and another little combination lock, but this little thing, of course, is a sling, and I have one little carabiner here. This is a REI. So I'll just take it off. So a little REI towel, which got me through the humid Manila spring or whatever. So it's a little micro fleece towel with a little hook on here, and so this is what I use for dabbing myself off. And actually, after I went to Paxton Falls, I actually dried off with this thing. So this little towel right here, you can dry off a fully grown size adult with this thing, and it dried fairly quickly. What I'm carabiner here, this is some lavender hand sanitizer from Whole Foods. I didn't want it to be too obnoxious with all of the alcohol. But inside of here, let's see, I'll go to this one. So it has a little pin slot. Thought I was going to use that for customs forms, but didn't. So inside of here, this is a USB-A to USB-C cable. On the outside of here, there's actually a USB-A port on the outside, so you can use it for charging up your phone. So it's pretty much in airport waiting rooms. I'll just use that to just charge up my phone right there. So inside of here, it has a little key ring holder. This is what I used to hold my keys. That's what a key ring is for. Inside of here, which I did not use, this is an all-weather tough notepad. So this is like waterproof paper. I never even used that. So more stuff I didn't use. But also inside the pocket of here, this is where I have 128 gigabyte SD card. Another, I think this is a micro SD. Yes, micro SD. I think 128. No, 32 gigabyte. 128 gigabyte. This is SanDisk Ultra. That would have been for my GoPro. Just had some, always carry spare cards, because you never know when they will stop working. And inside of here, this is a little tip, is a Tile Pro. Had it slipped in a conveniently little secret place. I think here's another 32 gigabyte card, and all the extra batteries for my point and shoot that I did not use. So point and shoot, didn't use. So had a lot of stuff. This contained a lot of stuff. So inside here, so here's all the magic. So inside, so this is on the inside. This is a Fusion. I think this is a Fusion Pro. This is another. This is an eFusion Pro. This is a 10-watt power bank. So it's 10-watt wireless charger. This is another one. I think this has 60 watts. No, actually this has 18 watts. I thought it had more. 18-watt power delivery, and it's got the Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0, and then just 2.4 amp for USB-A. So this little thing, it has a little fold out US power plugs, and it just folds in. I think it has inside of it has a UK as well, but I think I just used the US one there. And it works. It accepted 220 volt. I think this is AC input rated from 100 to 240 volts. Didn't have any problems with this at all. I topped this one up many times. So this, I charged this one up before I left Manila, and so I think, I think I topped up my phone and maybe my Kindle once at the airport, and so I think this is like. I think this is 75% free. So charging with a Pixel, I think I went from 80 to 100, and the Kindle, and it only used 30% battery on that. So here's a little cable that connects this to the power bank inside. And so what I did not use is my Lumix. This is I can't remember. This is the DMC LX10K. So this is a 4K camera. Actually, no. I take that back. I did use my camera when I was at a few museums. I guess it had better indoor and low light, except for when the pixel using the night sight, which is better than pretty much anything. I didn't use this. This is a little USB. I think this Bluetooth little remote camera trigger. So you could use this for triggering your camera. It works, up to 30 feet, but I didn't get it. I didn't even use this one, so didn't need to. What is this? So this is a Travelon tablet. So these things work. So you take one of these, and I actually need to take some more now. I started taking these 2 days before my flight. These little Travelon pills, they help you with it says this to help with contaminated water and contaminated foods. I think it's mainly just probiotics or something that it puts in your gut. But I didn't get sick from. I don't think any contaminated food or water. I think it's just got my first couple of days. I think I just had food poisoning from some of the Delta food. But it doesn't work for certain, I guess, foodborne illnesses from people not washing their hands properly. So inside of here is an alpaca. These are RFID blocking cards. So they're, I think it's metal lined on the inside. So that one's for credit card. And then they have another that is for passport size. So just keep that in the inside of here. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get it back in there. I'll do that later. So with that, and it's got a little magnetic lock here. So on the back side has a little carry handle, which is great. So you literally just pick it up like this and just go. You don't have to slide it over your body. But here's on the back zipper here. So I put in, this is a little sling, which I used for my GoPro. Hung it over my right shoulder, and that's what I used to film most of the videos. The little screw, I don't know the appropriate word for this, but that's what I used to adhere the GoPro. And then this is some more little mounts where I would use, and I'll show you in just a second. It's another Indiegogo. It is, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I'll show you, I'll do it in the video in just a second. This is a little mount. This is for the threaded mount. I just used it as well. So this is another little adapter. And one little vestige of Brookstone, which I still use and love. This is a little pocket umbrella. I think I got this maybe 10 years ago, and this has gone, I don't know, maybe 1 million miles with me over the past 10 years. But I love this thing. So it fits in pretty much anywhere. And so I don't know what I'll do. I probably should have purchased another from Brookstone before they went under. I did actually spot a Brookstone in some airport. I can't remember. It may have been in Atlanta, it may have been in Tokyo. I can't remember, but I did see a Brookstone. So this is another, probably the second most used thing. So this is the Range Travel Goods. This is, I'll put in the name, but this is essentially their little travel duo. So it comes with a little belt, but it also has a little money holder, and this is what I use primarily. So after you saw on the others that I got rid of the Eddie Bauer and others. So this is what I use this, put my credit cards in, and I just hit it underneath my shirt, and you can't tell other than it's sitting right there. But I use that. And also, and what is this? I think I have some little change in here. Yeah, this is a 5-cent piece or 5 peso? Yeah, so 5 peso. This is the only coin that I ever used while I was there. I think I got that back at the airport. But this also RFID blocking. It's like aluminum or some type of metal lining on the inside. But this is a little belt compartment, and they can join together, as you saw when I originally had it on here. But this is a little belt. It has a little secret money holder in there as well. So, but all in the back of this one, I of course have my passport, my U.S. passport in here, and also, so here's another little thing that I purchased. This is a FIO or FIO. This is the M7, and this is a little high resolution audio player that I got. It comes with a little sleeve on here, and I think I put 128, good catch, 128 gigabytes micro SD card in here. Yeah, and that's what I had it for, playing my music. So there was one event where the infotainment system wasn't working for a few 100 miles, and so I pretty much just listened to music on here, and it may be dead now because I think I've had it on standby for a week now. But high resolution audio player, MP3s, FLACs, all the DRM free formats, and has little external buttons on here for forward, back, and pause, and it's got a little rotating button over here for your volume. And on the top it has a 3.5 millimeter jack, and then on the bottom it has USB-C. So I use my Pixel headphones in here. Works great. Love the audio on here. It has a little routing cable on here, routing port, so it's made for this, so you can slip a phone or an audio player in the back pocket here. And I just put my USB headphone in the front pocket. So I have some additional 3.5 millimeter headphones, and then here's some SPF 25 chapstick. So it comes in handy, so you need to protect your lips even in the sun. So this is the Bowbax 1.0 hoodie, or sweatshirt, or whatever they call it. But I have in my closet in there, I have like 3 Bowbax jackets. So I have the original Bowbax, the blazer. I have this is the sweatshirt, or whatever they call it, the hoodie. And I also have the, I can't remember what do they call it, the Bomber. So I have the Bomber 2.0. So I missed out on the Bomber, well actually I missed out on this the first time around, and I got the 2.0 Bomber, but that was a little too heavy for the plane. But this was actually on Woot, and I think I got this for $50 right before I went to Manila. This is, I don't know, you've probably seen a million of these, but this is a little, it's kind of like Scotty vest or something, but it has multiple pockets. So inside of the hoodie, there's a eye shade that you pull down, and I use this a lot. Didn't sleep on the plane, but I used it to just close my eyes and just listen to a lot of the movies and some of the audio in here. It also has a little neck pillow, many pockets. So you can use this pocket over here. This is what it's advertised like. You can put a Coke can in here. I never even used that. A quick little detour. So here's more Travel Land. I used all of this. But this is the hero. So these are the new jet lag prevention tablets. So it's homeopathic. It's got some, I don't know what all these ingredients. But here's the other little hero, and this is the SHAPL carry-on. And here, I'm not going to show you my combination. But it has a little combination lock on top, and combination lock on top, and this is made out of polycarbonate, so supposedly no scratch. I can't remember the name of the wheels, but this is a Japanese company that has really cool wheels. So it spins. It has a little protection thing here, so you can put it this way. And I packed this to its maximum capacity. So here, I'll just kind of show you what I have inside here. have. So I'll just kind of show you what I have. This is a Nomadic. This is a little hamper, and this is from some of the Nomadic travel gear that I have. I have way too much Nomadic travel gear. I have even more coming in the future. Thanks for taking all my money, Nomadic. So these are perfect. So these are Taskin compact. This is part of their entire packing system. But this is their compression bags. And so inside of here, this is a week's worth of, I think these are pants and shorts in here. And these are dirty. So it has two sides on here. So the open part right here, actually no, I have them in there backwards. So you can use it either way. But I think I have the dirty clothes in the compartment here, so they won't smell or anything. So actually, yeah, these are shirts. So it has an internal compression system here, which is blue, and it was able to get. So normally, I think it may be about 5.5 to 6 inches, but when you compress it down, it's a little bit less, maybe like 4.5 inches on here. So I was able to put clothes in here. So I have 3 total. So 2 here. So this is like shirts, and this is like shorts and pants and underwear here. And I'm not going to open them up so you can see all my unmentionables. But here are some, these are like Flojos leather sandals, and they still stink. That's the one thing I didn't think of. My shoes didn't dry out, my sandals didn't dry out, and I need to spray this down because it was raining severely in El Nido, and they never got a chance to dry because it was raining overnight and through the day, and they just never dried. But I had to get back to Manila, so I'm just gonna put this in here. But under the dirty clothes. Inside of here, I have a couple of hats. So this is a lovely Eddie Bauer. I think this is a 50 SPF folding cap here. I love Eddie Bauer. They have little ingenious little things here. So this is another little folding cap. It's got mesh on the outside. I think it will still block the sun, but I don't know. Well, I didn't get a sunburn, or I didn't get too tan with wearing it, but it's of course SPF on the top here that blocks. It's got little mesh sides over here for venting, but it didn't do too much because I was sweating the entire time. But with that, so here's another. I think this is another I got from Costco. So this little bucket hat here. I can't remember. Solar Escape. So this is another 50 SPF bucket hat. I like this one primarily because it's got little. Actually, it's on backwards. It's got little holders here for sunglasses. So I use that a lot. In here I have a backup. This is my OG Pixel. I always carry a backup phone just in case something happens. I drop it, I lose it, falls in water. Well, the Pixel 3, it works in water. So here's another Eddie Bauer. This is a packable UV, I think it may be SPF 30 hat. But what I love about Eddie Bauer is that all their stuff is packable. So the hat packs into itself, and so that's what I love about it. So here's probably so I wasted a lot of space with this. So here's another. This is an Eddie Bauer sling that I thought I was going to take with me, and I was going to put stuff in here, but I never did. So this is a waste of space. I could have put more clothes or something in there, but it's a little sling here. I never got around to even use it. So here is, I think this is Knit Design. So this is another one of their little slings. I anticipated on using this. So when I went to El Nido, or when I went out, I would use this sling to pretty much put in my change of clothes, put in all my camera gear, GoPro and everything. But there's a little slight gotcha to this, and So when you're traveling, is that these hooks and handles, I always say probably the zippers, they have a little problem where there are multiple ways to get into here. And as you can see, is that there's like a full perimeter zipper over here. And you can get into the sling that way. And also on the other side, there's another little quick access zipper to get into there. And so I didn't want to look crazy with having locks all over the bag. So I just decided to just use this little air sling with everything in here. So there, but it's really cool is that it's got a little dedicated laptop pocket in here. It's lightly padded. That's the appropriate word that I want to use in here. It's got two fold-out things for water or whatever you want to put in here. But yeah, the Achilles heel for this thing is it's got multiple entries into here, and that's not so good when you're trying to keep thousands of dollars worth of camera equipment safe and protected. Here's something, but I didn't think this all the way through, but and then here's the other pack. So this is clean clothes, so I didn't wear all the clothes that I packed, so I packed too much if I have one of these left over. And so here's a little organizer for the Nid Designs pack. And so RAVPower hat here. This is a great suitcase. That's a brief little demo, I wouldn't say demo, of what worked for me and what didn't work. And you'll see more travel videos from me in the future. Thanks guys, have a good day.